Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back, Broken Sword. Dark Mirrors? I don't fucking know the title. It's the second Broken Sword. We're back here, George. We're back at this cafe again with the same cop from last time. Pretty sure we just talked to Homeboy. Labano? Is that his name?
It was the letter to Nico from that creep. Sickening.
Yeah, Labano. His face. He really doesn't like that dude. Yeah, I don't really remember what else happened. Let's see. Let's go to the end. I discover a pair of panties. I just like them. Okay, that's it. That's all I've got in my bag.
The man was still looking.
We gotta distract him to get that flask somehow. What is the other one?
You need anything else?
There was nothing I wanted to say to him.
Alright. Can we talk to this guy about anybody?
Do you miss being a gendarme?
Yes,
We
of
may have
course I
already
do.
talked to this guy. I don't remember.
When I wore that uniform, I commanded respect. Not anymore.
I think that hit a soft point. He's not looking. The waiter's looking though.
I grabbed the flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink.
Man, we guilt tripped that dude.
I had no desire to go down into the sewers.
Alright, how do we get the fuck out of here?
It was too hot to sit inside the cafe. Now I had another lead. I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Glee's gallery.
Do we have anything else to do with that? We got that room we can't get into, but I don't know. We gotta go to the Glee's gallery. I don't know how we're else gonna get into that room in that house.
The Glee's gallery had style and class, but very few customers.
That is kind of nice. And some notes. Lablo is pretty odious. It turns out that he has the stone, which is a coyote carved in his face. Apparently Nico acquired this coyote stone while investigating a smuggling ring. Alright, so we got the stone, coyotes. Let's take a look at some pots. George loves pot.
I couldn't believe it. The pots were marked at 5,000 francs each. As far as I could tell, the pots were almost identical to the one I'd found in Ubier's house. At that price, I wasn't going anywhere near those pots. The girls were in a world of their own.
Let's talk to them. See if they know English.
Hi, girls. What's the joke?
あなたはキレテですね。
I don't speak English.
Okay, fine.
They assassins?
Rectangles in a desolate landscape. Highly cubist.
Is it just a white canvas with a brown line going down, basically?
The Wasteland. Too minimalistic for too much money.
Who are these guys here? We got a man, we got a man.
Spheres in a barren waste. Oh, very profound. I could see a pattern emerging in this artist's work. He was a pear-shaped guy with a fine display of multiple chins.
Alright, let's see what he's got to say.
Are you Mr. Glees, the owner?
Good God, no.
Then I guess that must be him over there, right?
Your powers of deductive reasoning astound me.
What a dick.
Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Yes, of course.
I was at his house earlier.
If you're going to drop names, you could at least name one worth dropping.
I thought Ubier was a well-respected man.
Why, his last book was nothing but pseudo-intellectual claptrap. Invented ramblings of drug-dependent has-been.
Drugs, eh?
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
You'll have some absence here, somebody.
Would you give me your opinion on this pot, sir?
How close we gotta get to him?
Yes, very rapouche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
That.
What the hell do you think you're doing? What's the difference between my pot and all those other pots?
Yours is broken.
Why, you smug, pompous sloth.
Sticks and stones, dear boy, sticks and stones.
Who the fuck is this guy?
You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
I wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time, get my revenge. The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve. The glass was half full of wine.
Let's drop some absinthe in that shit. Get this guy all fucked up. He doesn't even notice.
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Is he gonna fall over and break a bunch of shit and have to pay for it?
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. What do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Glees's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
Do we want to do it again?
Allow me.
We're not too sly. Like, we totally got busted. We're like, I sure did. Cocksucker. Well, that
It was
was
a
the time.
machine for reading credit cards. I had no possible use for a credit card reader.
He's distracted. We gotta do something here, right?
It was a sturdy packing case.
We probably should have talked to the guy first. That escalated pretty quickly with that fucking fat dude.
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label. It was a label bearing a company name and logo.
Well, let's scoop it up. From Mars.
Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing.
Surprised you didn't make that frowny face.
The packing case contained nothing but styrofoam chips.
Alright, doesn't seem like there's anything else back there. Let's look at the
Glees
doc.
wasn't happy, I could tell.
Let's go talk to him now. The drunk ass broke my pot.
Were those pots very valuable?
The pots are insured, but not the shelving. You've no idea how much that cost me. I hope to God UBA has plenty more of these pots at the docks. If not, I'm ruined.
It was beginning to make sense. UBA had organized Nico's abduction. UBA withdrew money from Marseille. UBA was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train.
There probably was another conversation we just totally missed. Whatever. A few hours later.
It was almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
I don't know if we can die, but I say we save it. Hey, almost a quarter we're done.
A chain-link fence barred the entrance to the docks.
It's just chain link. We can scale that.
The fence stopped me from getting into the docks. The fence stopped me from getting into the docks. The fence stopped me from getting into the docks.
I'm not sure, but I think
There was a glow of light at the window of the hut.
can we go up? Scroll the screen, see if there's anything over here. Some debris.
It was just a heap of chains and stuff.
Grab some of them, man. Never know when you need a
There was
chain.
nothing there I wanted.
It's not just about you, George.
The barge was empty.
Well, that barge.
It was a rusty old barge.
Alright, let's start left clicking on some shit now instead of looking at everything. Let's click on the house. Of course, there's a fucking dog. We look in the window. Is she down there?
It was a box of blank forms. The spike held a stack of papers which appeared to be shipping documents. None of them referred to Condor Transglobal.
And you can read that from there?
It was the door which led to the docks on the other side of the fence. It was the trapdoor which the Slav used as a waste chute, straight into the sea.
Oh, it's just in the trash. Look at those dog treats.
It was an old iron stove, which heated the hut and the watchman's dinner. It was a large bucket filled with coal.
He's got the keys on
The
him,
watchman
too.
was big and bulgy, like a sack of potatoes. His flushed and bloated face wore a sleepy, amiable expression.
Is he just eating his dinner right there?
It was a packet with a picture of a boxer dog on the front. It was a filthy, stained coffee mug.
Here, let's try to take the shit.
Ouch! Gotcha! That'll learn you to leave things
I
alone.
mean, it took us long enough.
Here, boy.
Alright, let's look at the
The
padlock.
gates were fastened with a heavy-duty padlock.
I don't think we're getting around that dog without the biscuits.
A short stick of wood floated near the edge of the landing stage.
Let's grab that hook.
The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook, for hooking boats.
Good job, George. Where's our hook? Oh, this thing.
It was a short wooden-handled boat hook.
What else we got in here? Oh,
Bobbing up and down in the oily water was the watchman's discarded beer bottle.
I think we could probably use our boat hook to scoop it, I would think, right? And get it close to the dock.
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I'd cleaned up the dock a little.
Still got a beer bottle.
It was the beer bottle that slab of a watchman had dumped in the sea, now half full of filthy dock water. The label read, "Surge, the beer that clears your head." The platform was held up by a hinged bracket. I couldn't figure out what it was for. Maybe it was part of a structure which no longer existed.
It looks like the dog's right on top of it.
Here, boy.
We use our hook to bring down the... That didn't do us anything. Hopefully we can put that back up. I think we gotta get some dog biscuits, get them on that platform, and then drop the mutt in the water. So see if we can't sneak up here. I'm gonna save it here just in case we screw something up. I can just load it quickly because this game's not fast. There's a car in my neighbor's backyard, but nobody lives in that house. So
I don't think so.
It wasn't an I don't think so, but he didn't do anything. Oh, yeah, what is
It was
this?
Nico's lipstick. It wasn't my color. And it reminded me of clowns.
Need those biscuits.
I couldn't reach the door without climbing into the room. A shabby old overcoat hung from a peg near the door. I couldn't reach the coat.
You can't reach anything, George.
I'd better think this through.
Apparently that's not it. Well, shit.
Wrong, wrong, wrong.
I mean, why can't I throw the dart at him? I put Nico to sleep.
No.
We've got pieces of it put together. We just gotta figure out how to get the dog biscuits. There's no reason to mess with the padlock until we get rid of that dog. Yeah, because he's on that platform right now.
Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
Well, you're too early.
No, we have to talk to him.
What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, he comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
More then than now, I'd say. What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number
Oh,
20.
that's sad.
That animal doesn't seem too hot for a guard dog.
No? You haven't seen him in action.
Doesn't look like he has the energy to wag his tail.
Just like my wife. She's like a slug in a coma until she's annoyed.
Hmm.
Then she's like a tiger with a red up its
Not right now,
ass.
Fishy.
Sweet.
Come on.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
Well, wouldn't you just know it?
Of course.
Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure, they have a warehouse here.
Well, could I take a look?
Not until after the holidays. Come back in a month.
In a month.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here? Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
It was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other.
Okay, shocked.
Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker. Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to guard the gate. Their business is none of mine.
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the docks? What kind of woman do you have in mind?
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her, and you should tell her. The docks ain't no place for a young lady. They're dirty and they're dangerous.
Dude's pissing in my backyard right now.
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here when she was abducted.
What? Your girl was kidnapped?
Yeah. Struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
A poison dart, huh?
You heard him.
I could tell he didn't believe me.
Show him the dart.
This is the dart that the Indian shot at my girlfriend.
Sheesh. That's pretty weird, but I don't see why you'd expect to find her here.
So it's these undies. You like them?
I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert.
Yeah, I thought maybe you'd want to wear them. I don't know.
Have you ever heard of Professor Oubier?
Me? None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
Apparently.
What's cooking?
Beans. You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
That's gross.
Not this one. Don't you ever get tired of eating beans?
Sure I do. What do you take me for?
And what's the alternative?
Peas. I can't eat them too often, though. They
Beans
play
and
hell
peas?
with my digestion.
Have you ever considered changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible. You dropped your beer bottle.
Not me, pal.
Yes, you did. I saw you drop it right in the sea. Don't you know better than to dump your trash in the ocean?
I don't see no fish complaining.
Good point. Not really, though. George's face.
Take a look at this letter.
That's sick. Did you write it?
Oh, no. No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
Do I look like a
If I
lavender?
was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice.
I gotta go now, but I'll be back.
Can't wait.
Ooh.
The chimney was a metal pipe with a conical hat on top to stop the rain getting in.
Can we pour some water in it? No. Alright, let's have to wait till next time, guys. Drop a like if you haven't already. Drop a sub if you're new. I'm out!